Hello everyone, I'm Marvin Plackett. Today is Friday, April 3rd. Greetings to staff, residents, guests, the whole world. A quick shout out to two of our nurses, Bill Briggs at Episcopal Church Home in King House and Crystal Lewandowski at the Gardens. As I mentioned a few days ago, Governor Cuomo last weekend, he talked about first responders, those working in hospitals and those working in long-term care. They are a great example of love and courage every day. So I just mentioned two by name, but to all of our direct care providers, we thank you so much for your love and courage every day. I'm very pleased to announce that we continue to have no COVID-19 cases on our campus. Remember, I've mentioned before that there were a few situations where some people were in quarantine at Episcopal Church Home, at the Terrace, whether it was staff or residents, and at Episcopal Church Home, the Gardens, and the Terrace. And in a few cases that continues. There are no symptoms that are being displayed at this time, and once again, no confirmed cases of COVID-19, and we work very hard. It takes everybody's cooperation to keep it that way. I mentioned that yesterday, excuse me, once in a while there's a little tickle in my throat. I mentioned yesterday that I'd put out a new memo pertaining to Easter. If you have not yet read that message, which would be posted in various bulletin boards, it's on our website, so see your manager if you haven't seen it yet. But the message pertaining to Easter, be sure to read that. It contains important details. The key message is this: stay home. The key message is do not get together for family gatherings, even though that is a sacrifice, that is difficult, it breaks tradition, it's out of your normal cycle. We understand. We're asking all staff, all residents, families, let's heed the direction of our governor. That's the law. No gatherings. Social distancing is vital. It really works. Read that memo if you haven't done it yet and make sure that you comply. It really matters, and it's not just about you, but it is about you too, but it's about all your neighbors, friends, relatives, staff, etc. It's about all of us. It's about the entire community. Yesterday I challenged you to reach out to one more person where you have an opportunity to make their day, to connect socially, to do it by phone or by note, by letter, by FaceTime, by social media. Find a way to connect with one other person. Did you do that? If not, do that. You will make them feel great, and you in return will feel very good about that. So once again, I keep that challenge out there. Lastly, just a reminder that today is Friday. And this message is Monday through Friday. So it's weekdays, and so I will not be seeing you until Monday at 1:30. So I certainly wish you a meaningful weekend, it's always, I'm deeply grateful for the conscientiousness that you are displaying, and for some of you, I know this is extremely difficult. So grateful though that you are living within the rules that are necessary of frequent hand washing, social distancing, sticking within your communities, within your zones, and not crossing those boundaries. This is a time that calls for sacrifice from all of us. Thank you so much. And now for a message from Mary Routhieaux. Mary is almost all of you know Mary. She is the head of our foundation and the head of our marketing and communications department. Mary.
Good afternoon. I'm really glad to be here. I miss the bustle and the smiles in the hallway, and so I'm glad to be here for a warm welcome. First, on behalf of the Marketing Communications Group working hard on emergency communications, we really want to make sure we don't miss any staff any of our residents or their families. So if you feel that you are not getting our communications, please send your contact information as well as how you're affiliated with us to foundation@episcopalhomes.org. Secondly, Marvin asked me to share something inspirational today. And when I think about what inspires me, it's really the beauty and the ingenuity that people show in difficult times to solve problems. And this morning, Marvin and I got a letter from John Lawyer, who lives in our terrace community. And John wrote, "Our main strength is to stay connected to each other, to our neighbor, to our tradition as a people, and for each to offer what they can from their repertoire of skills, experiences, training, and other resources for the public good." And John goes on to share a couple of examples. One being the school teachers today who are working hard to shift from a classroom to a digital world just to serve their kids. And another is the young man when he placed an online order at the grocery store who filled his trunk so he didn't touch anything. But here at Episcopal Homes, I see that ingenuity every day, and I wanted to share a couple examples that really inspire me. I think of Kristen, who talked to us on Tuesday, I think. She's out coordinating the artists that we love so much, like Joey, who does Sage Singers and our theater, to bring him to you virtually through Channel 3. I think of Phil and his spiritual life committee or community. He's adapted to Channel 6. He's using video, but he also led this just beautiful courtyard song of This Little Light of Mine, where people were waving, residents are clapping and joining on their balconies, all honoring social distancing, but also happy. I think of Julie and Anthony. Right now, they have a whole across community Zoom virtual conferencing going on, just so people could stay a part of a learning community, but in their homes where they're safe and healthy. And finally, I think of Jess and Karen, who are activities in ECH in the Gardens, running around with iPads and phones teaching FaceTime so that elders can still see their loved ones face to face. And Marvin often says social distancing is healthy, but isolation is not. So when I think about Episcopal Homes, this connection is such a powerful force in our values. And we haven't used technology very much in the past, but we're really using our ingenuity to still extend that love and that care and that concern so that our elders are not isolated and that they're healthy, but also enriched. So I wanted to announce, I put a URL here. We now have an online learning community or enriched well-being community. So much video has been created. If you go to this place on our website and click Life Enrichment, you will see some amazing activities you could participate every day to feed your own joy. So finally, as we head into the weekend, it's supposed to be sunny and gorgeous. Renewal is happening both outside our walls, but also inside. And I wanted to wish you a blessed weekend.